Welcome to EOC 4 review. This is going to be questions 22 through 28. If you want to get the review of the first 1 through 21, check out EOC 3 review. So we're going to start on question 22. Many progressives opposed social Darwinism because it promoted the idea that blank. Social Darwinism, remember that's we talked about survival of the richest, that poor people were inferior, they were incapable of gaining wealth and being prosperous in society. And all this stems from the ideas of evolution from Charles Darwin. So we're going to go with F. People in lower classes were not capable of economic success based on this belief system. All right, question 23. Notice Booker T. Washington, the great educator, stopping at the following stations to deliver a series of educational addresses. How did the person in the 1909 handbill work to improve the lives of African Americans? Well, we know that it said Booker T. Washington at the top. Remember, he was the former slave who educated himself and ended up running the Tuskegee Institute. What was the purpose of the Tuskegee Institute? It was to provide training and education for jobs. That's vocational training. So H. Booker T. Washington, Tuskegee Institute, vocational training. Question 24. Populist demands in the late 1800s. Regulation of railroads, an income tax, and free and unlimited coinage of silver. That had to do with inflation, making it money more available to farmers so they could pay off their debt. Farmers had trouble getting money. They needed money to pay for land and equipment to farm. These small demands most reflected the concerns of small farmers. Definitely not bankers or robber barons. Question 25. We have W.E.B. Du Bois speaking about political, civil, and social rights, political equality. So if Booker T. Washington wanted educational, economic equality, W.E.B. Du Bois wanted political and civil equality, so he formed the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, to achieve political equality. Okay, question 26. This chart includes several factors: bimetallism, income tax, direct election of senators, and government ownership of railroads. Which best completes the chart? So we're looking for a group who would support this. And from our vocab, we talk about the Populist Party being the farmers and workers who wanted gold and silver to back the dollar, and they wanted railroads to be regulated. So we're going to go with A, goals of the Populist Party. Question 27 is, we have to know vocab. Which source explains the change that resulted from the work of the Granger movement? And from our notes and from our discussions and from the recorded lectures and soon to be streaming live, we'll be talking about all this vocab. The Granger movement was created in response to railroads overcharging and abusing their power. So we have to look through these different option choices. We're gonna have to read, take our time and read. A is talking about the Chinese laborers. So that's the Chinese Exclusion Act, which has nothing to do with the farmers. So we're not gonna pick A. C and D are on something called prohibition. We haven't talked about. D is about prohibition. C is about the Food and Drug Act, Pure Food and Drug Act. So we haven't talked about those yet. But B is talking about the transportation of passengers and property. So we're probably thinking about railroads delivering, storage, and handling of farmers' property. So that's going to be B, prohibiting railroads from unreasonably charging farmers. So 27 will be B. And that's it for EOC 4 review. Hopefully you'll watch this. Next will be, you'll be taking EOC 5 quiz, and I'll be making an EOC 5 review quiz as well. So good luck on your next quiz.